Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here on the NOFSRL channel. And the first official event of the 2021 season isn't actually the Meliola Smooth Fest, it's qualifying for tomorrow night's Turkey Hill National Series event, the AutoNation 300 here from the Homestead Miami Speedway. And we are here to set the starting lineup for the first race of the season, which will be very critical to determining who makes it into the Daytona 500 in the Turkey Hill hot seats. The top 8 eligible finishers in tomorrow night's race will attempt the Daytona 500 on Wednesday, so this race is pretty big. And on top of that, it is a points-paying race, the opening race of the season for these guys, so a lot at stake here in qualifying and in the race tomorrow night. Join alongside Matt Tuck for the call of this one, and Matt, it's been a long off-season, a lot of new drivers in this series, but some guys who have been racing for a very long time. How do you think the race is going to go tomorrow night here at the Homestead Miami Speedway?
Well, it should probably be pretty exciting. Obviously, it'll probably, given it's the same physics model, I'd assume it'll play out something like what we saw, what was it, the truck races. Probably expect to see something like what we saw in the truck races play out, but obviously it'll be not a long race, but it'll be a fairly decent length race, so we'll just see, how the race develops over time. Regardless, it should definitely be exciting here. Definitely, and a different change of pace, to be able to kick the season off here at Daytona, or Homestead, not
Homestead. Of course, we will have our traditional opening event at the Daytona International Speedway next Saturday in the afternoon. But this year, this race can determine a lot more than just the points that get paid out in the first event. Because, like I said, a lot at stake there in that Turkey Hill hot seat. And these guys want to attempt that Daytona 500, have a shot at winning one of the biggest races on Napa Fan. But either way, we're here for qualifying, and so far, Audra Baranowskis, quickest here in AutoNation 300 qualifying. Now it's Aiden McCrow, number 28 machine. And as a lot of qualifying sessions will be throughout the year in both Cup and Turkey Hill National Series, we're going to see a lot of shuffling early on in these sessions. Number 79, Julio Caesar. Now Baranowskis back to the top of the board. Declan Wellington Turner in second. Julio Caesar, Christian Vargas, and the 73 of Ian Siegel, the top 5 quickest here in qualifying. Only one driver under 30 seconds right now, and that is the number 12 of Audra Baranowskis. So a good run for Baranowskis so far in this one. We'll have to see what she can do with that position if she can start on the pole for tomorrow night's race.
Well, we definitely saw, as we'll see coming up in a little bit, and we saw in the truck races, this is a hard place to pass. You can be in the middle of the pack, and on the restarts, you can gain a lot of spots in the middle of the pack and on the restarts. But after a couple laps, the field spreads out, and that middle lane can make it really tough to pass because it can be, sometimes you can somebody holds the line in the middle lane, and you just can't get around no matter what you do. Those guys there are going 3 wide, so good for them there, but. It's not the easiest track to pass. So track position is definitely, it is of the, not the most important thing, but it's definitely more important here than, say, Daytona next week where we go to.
And we just got a new guy to top the charts. That is Julio Caesar in the number 79 machine. And he is an experienced veteran along with Audra Baranowskis. Even though neither of them have made a start in this series before, it's no surprise to see him run well. Ian Siegel running very well, though. Number 73 in third. John Andrews is fourth. And then the 46 of Noah Clifton in fifth. So a lot of veteran experience up front with the exception of Ian Siegel there in the number 73. It's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. Will we get a rookie to win tomorrow night? Will we get a veteran to win tomorrow night? It's all on the table in this event. One driver is yet to make a time. That's Priya McShane in the 77, but she is out there, and she is going to begin, or at least complete there, her first lap, and she currently runs in the 39th position. And as we have seen, as this session has rolled along, and we see it at a lot of other tracks as well, the second time is the faster time for a lot of these drivers. But as the tires wear out, those times get a little bit slower, and then those times start to level off. Number 48, Joshua Harrison, has gone to third. And how about Marty up to the fourth position? Marty Johnson, fourth quickest here in qualifying. Sure, you're happy about that. Then it's John Andrews, Ian Siegel, Noah Clifton, Declan Wellington Turner, Justin Zidell, and the 76 of RJ Bishop, the top 10 fastest guys. And currently we have ourselves 16 drivers under 30 seconds here in qualifying. It's going to be interesting to see where the winner eventually comes from. We have seen in a lot of these races, specifically the Truck Series, at the top of the race, those guys get a lot of passing done for the lead right away, but then once it cycles through, you get somebody to solidify themselves in that position, they can lead for a long time. The big difference is we're going to have pit stops in this race, probably going to have a caution. We did, of course, in the truck races that we had over the past month. So it's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out, as Justin Zeidel has gone to third, with RJ Bishop now in fourth, Joshua Harrison, Marty Johnson, John Andrews. Another position change right there, as the number 11 of John Andrews has gotten around Joshua Harrison on the charts. Marty in 7th now, Ian Siegel in 8th. Zeidel just went to 2nd quickest, but not enough to beat Julio Cesar. And then another new driver inside the top 10, Stephen Cullen in the number 80 machine in the 6th position. Good run for the NS Racing driver there for Nathan Stapleton's team. Stephen Cullen making his first ever series start tomorrow night here in the Turkey Hill National Series.
It'll be exciting. I think there's a bunch of guys who are making their first career starts here. A lot of shuffling around throughout the whole field. You know, I think the man from down under, Noah Clifton, up ahead there in that 46, I'm pretty sure he's the only guy who's actually returned to his car. So that's going to, you know, not a lot of continuity. He's the only one who really has it. So that'll definitely throw an interesting wrinkle into the season to see, you know, how some of these guys settle into their new rides.
It's definitely going to be interesting. Noah Clifton obviously knows this NS Racing team here on the Turkey Hill side, and of course his team actually merged with NS Racing on the Cup side this season, so definitely a long-standing partnership there between Noah Clifton and Nathan Stapleton, as they kind of switch off. Clifton owns, Stapleton drives in the Cup Series, Stapleton owns, and Clifton drives here in the National Series, so should be interesting to see how it all plays out. To take a look at the rest of the results as they currently run, we still have 2 minutes, 42 seconds left here in qualifying from the Homestead Miami Speedway, and it is still Julio Cesar leading the field, currently holding on to the pole position in that Otter Island number 79 machine. Justin Zeidel, Audra Baranowskis, RJ Bishop, John Andrews, Colin Teague up to 6th. Great run for the 89 machine. There he is there for Ryan Racing. Stephen Cullen in the 7th position, then Joshua Harrison, Marty Johnson, and Ethan Farley rounding out the top 10 for Pacific Racing in the 00. He just got bumped out of the top 10 by Roberto Crown Jr. in the 72, who just went up to the 8th position, and that is BB Ruiz in the 98. With some engine smoke, of course, nothing in terms of a wreck or an engine failure determine whether or not you're going to fall back in starting positions. The time you set is the time you get, as we have a new pole sitter. Joey Hightower, number 25 for Fisher G Racing, just dethroned Julio Cesar for the fastest time here in qualifying. Great run there for Hightower, a veteran to Napa fan, but he's never made a start in a series higher than the Turkey Hill National Series before, and obviously he's never been in the Turkey Hill National Series before, so this is the biggest series he's been in. Of course, he has run in the IndyCar Series before, so maybe that little bit of experience coming into play here in qualifying. John Andrews up to 2nd now. He just got around Julio Cesar, and then the 21 of Luke Rainey is up there as well. Dustin Davis just went to 2nd on the chart. It's still Hightower by 3/1000ths of a second. How about Dusty Davis there moving up through the field in the number 63?
Everybody, well, actually, no, you know, as they say, sometimes Dustin Davis, the best place for him to be is out in front of everybody, depending who you are. You know, we've seen some interesting situations happen around this man, but he turned it around really well the end of last season in the BACS, and almost had a shot at a championship. Just came up short there in the last race, but be interesting to see how he does here in that 63. Obviously 3/1000ths of a second off the pole at the moment, but figure probably 40 to 60 seconds ago with the bonus time. Qualifying is very tight here at the top of the charts.
It definitely is. We actually have a tie in the 4th position, and that will go to the driver with the most Napa Fan wins, and Julio Cesar has won before on Napa Fan. So with that in mind, he will go to the 4th position ahead of Roberto Crown Jr., which may actually benefit Crown Jr., as that inside lane is the preferred line here, at least to start the race off at the Homestead Miami Speedway. A couple other guys inside this top 10. Scott Upton up to 7th. Great run for the Fisher G Racing drivers. Matter of fact, all 3 of the Fisher G machines are inside the top 10 here in Florida. And, of course, Fisher himself, a big Miami Dolphins fan. And we got Ryan Fitzpatrick on one of the signs there in turn 3. You're going to hear a little bit about that in tonight's Smooth Fest. Less than an hour over on AG Racing, Meliella Smooth Fest action with the 28 returning drivers from Season 9 of the Cup Series battling it out for 34 laps here around this 1.5 mile speedway. That should be a fun one. And, of course, tomorrow night, AutoNation 300 action here in the Turkey Hill National Series. Joey Hightower still holding on. Time's almost out here for qualifying in the AutoNation 300, and it's looking like Joey Hightower will be the first pole sitter of the year here on Napa Fan, and in fact, he will. So Joey Hightower gonna lead him to the green flag for tomorrow night's event here from Homestead. Dustin Davis on the outside pole. John Andrews, Roberto Crown Jr., Julio Cesar, they tied. Julio Cesar has the advantage on Crown Jr. for Napa Fan wins. RJ Bishop, Audrey Baranowski's tied. Baranowski's going to break that tie with Napa Fan wins. So we take a look at the rest of the results right there, see if we have any more ties, and it does not appear that we do. We do, actually, between Landon Smith Jr. and Josh Williamson. And I think Landon Smith Jr. is going to have that one on Williamson on Napa Fan wins. So with that in mind, that will do it for us here for qualifying. But like I said, at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we got the Meliella Smooth Fest. Matt and Trey in the booth with me for that one. What are you looking forward to in tonight's first official event of the season on AG Racing?
It'll be exciting. Obviously, it's a new location for the Smooth Fest, and it's always a good start to kick off the season. So should definitely it'll be a change of pace from what we normally see at Smooth Fest, and it'll definitely be an exciting one tonight.
No doubt about it. Check that out. 8 p.m. Eastern Time, right over there on AG Racing. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tomorrow night, it's the AutoNation 300 here from the Homestead Miami Speedway, and it will crown the first winner of the season in the Turkey Hill National Series and set the 8 drivers who will be attempting the Daytona 500 on Wednesday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Joey Hightower for winning the pole, and we'll see you guys later tonight from the Meliella Smooth Fest at 8 p.m. on AG Racing. I will see you guys later.